And hello again, everyone. We welcome you to Spencerville High School, the site for the Northwest Conference opener tonight. And a good one we've got for you as the Bearcats entertain the Crestview Knights. With Miles Holliday, I'm Randy Roberts, and partner. Now, we look at these two teams tonight here. Here's the Spencerville team. It's going to begin defense of back-to-back Northwest Conference titles.
Been a long time since they lost in the Northwest Conference, and they got a big challenge in front of them tonight. This is a Crestview team that is going to rebound to basketball and have the defending reigning player of the year in the Northwest Conference in Ren Sheets. So it's going to be a great battle.
Yeah, kind of an up-and-down year to begin the year for Crestview. As we take a look at the starting lineup for the Knights tonight, they come in at 2-2. They own wins over Van Wert and Parkway, lost close ones to Miller City and Shawnee, but for veteran head coach Doug Etzler, who finished in a tie for second a year ago, he's kind of counting on his big star Ren Sheets, who's off to a good start. 20.8 points, 7.5 rebounds a game.
Yeah, Ren Sheets is going to have to be spectacular here tonight. It's going to be a tough task because, Carter Orr, the big fella for Spencerville, is going to probably draw that assignment. So then you say, well, who's going to stop the Sensaballs? You got to look at that Crestview lineup and say, it's got to be Hayden Parrott and Braxton Leaf. Those two guys are going to have a tremendous game because we know what the Sensaballs can do for Spencerville.
Meanwhile, for Spencerville, they are off to a 3-0 start. They defeated St. Henry 71-45. We were here a week ago when they won a close one with Elida 64-60. They followed that up last Saturday with a win over Fort Jennings 55-33. And it is the usual suspects, the guys that we thought would carry this Spencerville team that have done so the early part of the year. Will Sensabaugh already at 19 a game. Owen, his brothers, adding 17. Carter Orr with 15.
Yeah, all three of those players you just mentioned, Randy, have hit a career high already in a game this year. So the big three are going to do their jobs. Who's going to be that fourth guy that can really add some quality minutes? My guess would be Jude Steeman. He's going to be a guy, Randy, as you watch as the season goes, he's going to really improve throughout. He is just a freshman.
So looking forward to what should be going. All right, partner, let's take a look at some keys to the game for this one. Let's start tonight with the Crestview Knights.
Yeah, I'm excited because where else would you rather be than right here, right now, Randy? It's key time. Number one for Crestview, they better start fast because they have done it all year long. Randy, their opponents, they're outscoring 52-32 in the first quarter. Make sure you do that here tonight so you can stay in this tough environment at Spencerville. Number two, Wrecking Ren. You know Wrecking Ralph, right? Well, we got Wrecking Ren from Crestview. How good is this guy? He's hitting 74% of all his shots. You mentioned he had 20 points, 5 rebounds. He's the reigning defending player of the year in the conference. He's already been to the free throw line 26 times. He shoots 73% from the line. He is a wrecker. He is a game wrecker. Wrecking Ren is going to have to be big tonight. And then number three, mental toughness. If you're going to win here at Spencerville against these great guards at Spencerville, you're going to have mental toughness all night long. If you just blink for a second, you're going to lose.
And what will be keys tonight for the Spencerville Bearcats?
Yeah, how impressive was this team last week when we were here against Elida? They absolutely owned that fourth quarter, didn't they? Yeah, and why? Because the guards took control. Owned that fourth quarter. Also owned the fourth quarter because Crestview has struggled in the fourth quarter. Crestview's been outscored 62-45 in their 4 games this year. Number two, avoid fouls. This is really pointed towards Carter Orr, Randy. Carter Orr fouled out against Elida. He cannot foul out tonight if he's going to be a guy that's responsible for defending Ren Sheets. And then number three, outstanding Owen. Everybody's talking about Will Sensabaugh scoring 19 a game. He is outstanding. But Will Sensabaugh, 17 points a game. He is shooting 40% from behind the arc, 3 steals a game, 4 assists, and 2 offensive rebounds. He is absolutely outstanding.
Well, the two-time defending Northwest Conference champion Spencerville will look to begin their conference championship with a tough one with Crestview, and we'll have it for you next here on WOSN. Randy Roberts, Miles Holliday back with you here in Spencerville, where we're going to have to take a moment to let the student section fill back up into their seats as they had the tunnels formed for the starting lineups to run through and giving high fives to everyone. And I think every student in attendance was a part of that, so we'll need just an extra moment or so.
Yeah, one of the cool things about small school basketball, the student involvement. Getting ready for the tip, Randy Roberts. It's Ren Sheets versus Carter Orr. It's go time.
Spencerville will be in the white with the black numerals. Crestview in the blue with the white and red trim. As this one is about ready to be tossed up. There's a little hand fighting going on inside the center circle. The official's going to make sure that that is abruptly ended. And Crestview is going to win our opening tip. Knights with a basketball. Right now it's Hefner. Hefner gives off to the wing for Braxton Leith. We'll give it over as Hayden Parrott had it into the corner. Early three ball is going to be off the mark. No good. Will Sensabaugh comes down with the rebound for the Bearcats. Sensabaugh with a bounce pass into the corner. And we're going to get not only a three, but a foul from Grady Smith.
How about starting fast? Spencerville in transition. Great pass to Grady Smith. Absolutely buries it. And how about the untraditional 4-point play opportunity now?
That's a Matt's Heating and Cooling 3-point play, or three-pointer, excuse me. This is your home of the energy efficient zone. Call Matt's Heating and Cooling or go to callatmattsheating.com to schedule your free estimate. It goes along with that Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken free throw. That is good. So now 4-0 following the opening possession of the night.
And man-to-man by Spencerville. Real important that they get that man involved, and they do right away. Ren Sheets, reigning defending player of the year in the NWC, gets himself going, averages 20 a game, and you see why.
Yeah, good play down there in the low block makes this one 4-2 on our Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken scoreboard. Another three-pointer, that one nearly fell in as Crestview comes up with the miss. As Hefner steps back, this is going to be a 2. It's going to go up and over the backboard, and the officials are going to wave it off.
I think when they look at this tomorrow, they're going to say, Mr. Hefner, were you thinking this was a good shot standing on the line, going through your legs and pulling up? Either attack the basket or stay behind the line when you shoot it.
Tonight's premier sponsor for the Crestview Knights is First Federal Bank in Van Wert. Your community, your bank. 4-2 here early on. And make that 7-2 as the three-pointer is good. Jude Steedman knocks down the Matt's Heating and Cooling three-pointer.
Hey, Jude, don't be afraid to let it go from behind the arc. The lefty drains it.
7-2. Any chances there's a Beatles reference by the end of the night?
Well, I already said, hey, Jude, right?
Well, everyone knows that one.
Na-na-na-na.
I thought you could do better.
Na-na-na. Well, no.
Hold is going to be called down on the low block. Foul's going to go on Carter Orr. Another thing that my partner had mentioned. And now Crestview's going to turn this over, though, and the inbounder is going to be a step on the end line.
Well, we talked about a fast start for Crestview. Had to be imperative for them. And it's been Spencerville that has gone off to the fast start. But not the guys you think, right?
That's right. Well, here's Grady Smith again. This one's going to hit off the heel of the iron. Ren Sheets comes away with a rebound. He'll hold on to it until he finds a guard in the backcourt. The 6'1 senior, Tommy Hefner, is going to bring this one into the front court for the Knights. Comes top of the key.
You wonder if Kevin Sensabaugh had a talk with the team, Grady Smith, and more importantly, say, hey, when you get an open look, go ahead and take it.
Crestview trying to get it to Sheets inside. You saw the quadruple team on him. That's going to leave someone open. Baseline drive. There's no good. Or with a miss, finds the outlet to Owen Sensabaugh. Owen working his way towards the rim. That one is going to be no good as Hayden Parrott comes up with a miss, and now he's going to bring it into the front court.
Boy, officials letting him play early. A lot of contact inside, but play on. Bring your man card if you're on the floor here tonight.
Definitely was in that drive to the basket there from Sensabaugh. Now Crestview with it. Down 7-2, 5:15 and counting left to go opening quarter in our scoreboard tonight. Again, brought to you by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken in Lima, Wapak, Davis, and St. Mary's. As there's another steal. As Orr trying to get to the basket to move. That one just rolls off the rim. But we're going to have a couple of free throws on the follow.
Great anticipation by Orr on the pass inside the Sheets. Steals it, tries to go coast to coast. But right there, the little step over back to the left foot. Gets him too far underneath the basket. Couldn't finish that bunny. Would have been a highlight-type play for Carter Orr.
In our instant replays tonight, brought to you by Vantage Career Center. Where will your future take you? Get to the edge at Vantage Career Center. Visit VantageCareerCenter.com for more information. So there will not be free throws coming as the foul came on the rebound before the putback. There's a kick out, open three. That one's going to be no good. Orr's going to get the rebound, tight roping that baseline. It's a kick out here, Smith from the corner. He will bury the Matt's Heating and Cooling three.
Grady, he likes two. But in this first quarter, he really loves the three ball.
Or maybe four. Is a three-pointer and a 4-point play, part of his 7.
We were talking, who's going to be that guy other than the big three? Well, so far, it's Grady Smith. A lot of energy by Spencerville.
Yeah, Ren Sheets trying to sell a little contact away from the basketball. Tough shot off the angle is no good. Here come the Bearcats again. As Will sends the ball, gives up to the top of the key for Orr. Into the corner it'll go. And another Matt's Heating and Cooling three is good, and that's going to lead to a Metzger Financial Services timeout. Metzger Financial Services, helping plan your financial future. Call 419-225-6067 or visit MetzgerFinancialServices.com. 13-2 Spencerville. Early on, we'll take a timeout here in WOSN. Well, 4 field goals, 4 3-pointers for Spencerville as they got an early 13-2 lead over Crestview.
Now, I think Doug Etzler, the head coach at Crestview, called timeout to remind his guys, the game has started, fellas. We need to start going. 11-point deficit early. Still a ton of time, but Spencerville just flat out outplaying the guys from Crestview right now.
Well, Spencerville trying to make a statement here the opening night of Northwest Conference play. The 2-time defending champions get a tough draw here on opening night. It's a Crestview team that's been hot on their heels in recent years. Baseline jumper doesn't go or gets the miss.
Yeah, nice job by Kevin Sensabaugh, head coach at Spencerville. Jumped to a zone look out of that timeout.
Using some speed to get to the rim as Will sends the ball. That one's going to be no good. Sheets comes up with a miss. Also looking at the side of his face. I mean, he took maybe a fingernail or a poke there.
Yeah, got him right on the ear. Got to rebound strong.
The ball goes side to side. Another 2-pointer. That one's going to be no good. Rebound tracked down in the corner, though, by Leith to try to get the entry pass inside. This one's going to be taken away, and now foul at midcourt.
We're going to get Parrott. Going to get stuck in the middle of the floor. After the steal by Sensabaugh, he's going to lead the break and just couldn't get out of the way, couldn't get planted. Hayden Parrott's going to pick up the foul. Boy, it is amazing to watch how quickly Owen Sensabaugh can get to a basketball. He is a thief in the night. 3 steals a game, picks up another one right there.
So 13-2, trying to add on to it. Here's Grady Smith again. That one's going to be no good. As Parrott gets the miss. Tell at least I can from the vantage point. Looks like every 3-pointer taken is a good one. There's one for Crestview. That one just rims out, but an offensive rebound and a reset now for the Knights.
Now, as Will Sheets, number 23, is a twin tower lineup now inside for Crestview with the Sheets brothers on the low post.
Another 3. That one hits off the heel of the iron for Parrott, and it is Spencerville that comes away with a miss. And throwing up a shot on his way to the basket is Owen Sensabaugh, and it looks like he's going to visit the least famous recipe chicken free throw line.
Yeah, Owen Sensabaugh, one of those rare kids, Randy, who's actually faster with the ball in his hands dribbling than when he's just running the floor. Hits the contact right there, draws the foul, puts it up on the glass, trying to get it to go in.
And for the second time this quarter, we're going to have ourselves a Metzger Financial Services timeout. So with the stoppage in play, we'll take another timeout here in WOSN. 13-2, Spencerville with the early lead in front of Crestview here on our scoreboard tonight. Brought to you by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken in Lima, Wapak, Nevis, and St. Mary's. Call Lee's for all your catering needs. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, where home style happens here.
Yeah, he had a good shot of Doug Etzler on the sideline for Crestview, head coach over there. Great Ohio State Buckeye basketball player back in the late 80s, early 90s. That's how long ago it was. I can't even say it correctly.
So Owen Sensabaugh will split a pair of Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken free throws. Well, he's got one of his products now on the roster.
Yeah, Kalen Etzler.
That's right.
For the Buckeyes. Well, 3 Northwest Ohio kids. Of course, Colin White, Mr. Basketball there, and Austin Parks from St. Mary's there.
Good pass. Nice job running the baseline as Will Sheets gets the score for Crestview.
Nice job using that left hand, natural hand for Will Sheets. talked to our good friend Diamond Dave Bowen, who gave me a scouting report. He said Will Sheets is the better of the offensive post players of the Sheets, a natural lefty.
Wow, and that is better than the player of the year, huh?
Well, he said the thing is that Ren can step out and face the basket, and Will is just a natural post player.
Well, Dave Bowen knows a little bit about post play, right? Hanging high is Owen Sensabaugh to score in the lane.
Yeah, Owen Sensabaugh having himself a night, but let's not forget it was Steeman and Smith that really exploded early in this first quarter.
Yeah, basket, the first 2-point basket Spencerville has made. First 4 from behind the arc. Got off to that hot start here. Minute 15 to go, opening quarter. Now Crestview trying to answer. Three's going to bang off the front of the iron. Left a little short and flat as Owen Sensabaugh comes up with a miss.
That's one area that if you believe Crestview is going to go on and have a really good year and get back in this game, they're going to have to be proficient from the three-point arc eventually.
Or trying to show off some of his low post moves. He'll lose the handle of the basketball, but we'll get a foul called.
I love the double by Will to help out his brother, but play up and down when he got the reach to spin back by Orr. Got him in trouble. A little handsy by Will is going to commit the foul.
Is going to be his 5th. So Spencerville, for what it's worth, will be in the bonus for the final 53.5 seconds. As Carter Orr gets his first point thanks to the Lee's famous recipe chicken free throw line. 17-4. Hot start continues for the Bearcats.
And Tommy Hefner, number 10, just checked back in for Crestview. 8 points a game. They're going to need him to get going in this one if they're going to come back down by 13 now.
Second toss, no good. Putman had the rebound. Ball ends up into the hands of Hefner. Hefner gives us off. Here's Will Sheets. Around back for Putman. Putman step inside the arc. Back to Hefner. Hefner, that long bounce pass. Here's Parrott. His 3 ball is going to be no good. Or with another rebound, then make sure he was in bounds when he comes down with it. So it looks like Spencerville is going to play for the final shot of the quarter.
Yeah, Coach Sensabaugh put up the number 1. They're going to settle for the last shot unless you get a runaway layup. But Randy, that rebound by Orr reminds me, it's been nothing but one and done for Crestview all night long.
See what what Spencerville will do here is the ball is deflected out of bounds, so Spencerville's going to turn it over.
Yeah, Orr popped out where Smith thought he was going to roll towards the basket. So it's going to allow Crestview another opportunity here. Maybe steal some points before the end of this quarter.
So Knights will get it with 8.5 seconds to go in the quarter. Spencerville's going to put a little bit of pressure on. Hefner gets under the basket. He's just going to have to throw this one away. So Spencerville will get it back with under a second to go.
At .4, you still can catch and shoot with .4 left.
Imagine Spencerville might be pretty happy with this
just to get it
13-point lead. They're going to try to throw this down court. Ball is tipped, and that's how our opening quarter will end. 17-4. The lead after 1. We'll take a timeout here at WOSN. 17-4. Spencerville leads Crestview after 1. It's been the hot shooting from behind the arc that carried the Bearcats early on.
Just the intensity level, right? They came out swinging right away. Just playing a little bit harder than Crestview. Crestview still looks like they're a little bit in a funk. Only 4 points in the first quarter. If anyone would have told you before this game started that Crestview would only have 4 points at the end of the first quarter, you'd look at him and say, you're crazy, right?
Right.
Unbelievable performance so far by Spencerville.
Bearcats will have the basketball begin quarter number 2 as Orr is going to hold high, top of the key. Hand off to Owen Sensabaugh. Owen's going to wipe the sweat off his hands. Backs up to the volleyball line, trying to go one-on-one about the jump stop, reverse layup, and it rolls it in.
Yeah, just a little bit of a circus swinging through the air without the trapeze that time. Circus me, Mr. Sensabaugh.
Had a couple of newspaper photographers hanging out under the basket. Want to make sure he avoided some contact. One of them now checking his camera. See, what did I get the shot, though? And now we're going to have first I thought a 10-second call, but I believe we're going to have a push.
Gavin Schwartz, number 5, I think on the rotation right here, you're going to see Sheets come to the low block, and Schwartz is going to forearm push him. Official right there in front of it. Schwartz doesn't like the call, but it is the right one.
And that is a Vantage Career Center replay. And we'll have a foul on the dribble drive here as Parrott tried to make his way to the basket.
Jude Steeming going to come over on the double team. A little bit of a hatchet job for 2 quick fouls in this quarter by Spencerville.
Still inside our opening minute of this second quarter. Now 19-4, Spencerville in front on our Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken scoreboard. Crestview being deliberate. Want to make sure they get a good shot here. Good spin. Ren Sheets to the basket.
Oh, he put him in the spin cycle, didn't he? It's a repeat, rinse, and wash. Do it again next time down.
Ren Sheets has 4 of the 6. So here's a step back corner 3. That one's well off the mark. Or with a miss, will just sidestep a defender and gets the easy putback.
Oh, what a pass by Owen Sensabaugh, though. I don't know how he missed the rim to thread that pass. That's what he'll say tomorrow when they're watching film.
That's exactly what it was, right?
But the power move of Carter Orr, though, impressive.
Ren Sheets trying to answer back about leaning into Orr. Can't get it to go. Orr's then going to knock the rebound out of the hands of Sheets. So Crestview keeps this one.
A little more assertive look for Ren Sheets here in the second quarter. But I also like, Randy, that they're not just trying to feed that low block only. That time got him the ball in the middle of the floor.
Trevor Whitney will now check in for Spencerville here. Inbound comes in for Hefner. Hefner works that right side. Want to get it inside. Problem is, everyone in the gym knows it. There's a loose ball. It's going to be corralled by the Bearcats. And under the basket, Will Sensabaugh will score for the first time tonight.
Boy, in the open floor, Spencerville just absolutely owns the game. Another transition bucket. That time, Will Sensabaugh.
Adds on to that already large Spencerville lead. Pull-up jumper, 15-footer, a good one for Hefner.
Tommy Hefner, 8 a game. We mentioned in that first quarter, if they're going to come back, he's going to have to be a part of it. When he scores up from 15 and in, almost automatic.
It's 23-8 now, Spencerville in front, under 5.5 to play in our opening half of basketball in this Northwest Conference opener. Or had that ball fake, trying to go up with the left hand, high off the window and in for Owen Sensabaugh.
Owen Sensabaugh just looks at the crowd like, yeah, I don't know how that went in either. With the high smooch off the glass, Owen does it again.
The problem is for Crestview, they've been trading baskets. They're not going to be able to come back into this one from there. Here's Ren Sheets. Ren with a turnaround, has to give it up.
Well, Whitney did a great job of fighting through a screen.
Speaking of a good job fighting, how about Hefner fighting to the basket to score?
The made jumper earlier forced Spencerville to come out. Little up fake, gets him free on the left-hand side.
Cuts that lead to 15 here, 4.5 to go before halftime. Owen Sensabaugh is going to get around a couple of defenders, drives to the basket. That one is sent out of bounds.
Yeah, watch Will. Number 23 is going to fly over and then say, no, I don't think so. I've seen enough of this so far. Owen Sensabaugh, you go back down.
The replay is brought to you by Vantage Career Center. Where will your future take you? Get the edge at Vantage Career Center. Visit VantageCareerCenter.com for more information, as we'll have a tie-up on a loose ball on the floor, and the arrow will favor Crestview.
Doug Etzler was trying to get a 20-second or 30-second timeout called before they tie up, but the arrow's going to favor them anyhow. Randy, you got to believe that the goal for Crestview to get it down under 10 before half, don't you?
I would think so.
As bad as that first quarter was, if they get it under 10 right before half, they'd feel good about where they're at.
A good recognition. Ren Sheets with that double team found the open man in the corner. 3 was no good, but you see a foul on the putback, and we will see Will Sheets go to the Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken free throw line.
Good job by Will, fighting for that offensive rebound. You got the twin towers of both teams going on. Trevor Whitney and Carter Orr, and then the Sheets brothers.
As the lefty will miss the first, he'll get one more here with 3:52 to go before halftime.
Do you like the Kansas-type uniform numbers by Crestview?
I don't mind them.
Very traditional, isn't it?
It is.
classic look.
It is.
Classic lefty make that time for Sheets.
Gives him 3 points tonight. Spencerville comfortably in front. They've slowed the pace down a little bit here in this second quarter.
Yeah, jumping to a 2-3 now.
Grady Smith from the wing gives into the corner. Here's a pass tipped. Sensible able to come away with that as Will backs back out.
Yeah, if you skip a station on the passes on the perimeter, you'd run the risk of putting someone getting their hands on it for defensively. That's what happened. Crestview almost got a steal out of it. The problem with being in a zone, Randy, is if you have the lead, the other team has the lead, your defense has to come out and play man-to-man.
Whitney from the low block trying to get his way to the basket. Puts one up, and he's going to be fouled.
Look at the big fella. Power dribble, another power dribble. Usually you're allowed one dribble and some small guy comes and takes it, but not by Trevor Whitney. He says, I got wide shoulders. I'm a strong dude. I'm just going to dribble through everybody.
Second foul on Will Sheets. As it sends Whitney to the least famous Recipe Chicken free throw line. Visit them in Lima, Wapak, Dallas, and St. Mary's. Call Lee's for all of your catering needs. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, where home style happens here. Free throws are no good. Putback is going to be blocked, and Crestview is going to come away with the basketball.
As Will Sheets with the block, but now a steal by Owen.
And he's going to go right to the basket, a more traditional layup for Owen Sensabaugh.
Owen Sensabaugh yet with another steal, and then the conversion on the offensive end.
Already about half of his average of 9. Here's Sheets. The reverse layup is a good one.
A great recognition by Ren Sheets, knowing that Whitney was on him, so he's going to use his quickness to beat him to the hole.
It gives Ren Sheets now 6, makes it 27-13. Spencerville's had an answer for every Crestview basket. Owen Sensabaugh has this one. Sensabaugh is playing up top. Owen into the corner. Trying to get that three-pointer. That one's going to be no good as it hits off the backside of the backboard.
Here's the steal coming up right there. Great anticipation by Owen Sensabaugh. And then look at the push dribble. Just pushing that dribble out in front of him. And then right through 1, 2. And the block avoided. How about the smile? You got to love the smile at the end, right? Tell me Owen Sensabaugh is not having fun.
Oh, he very much is here. Just under 2 minutes to play in our opening half. It's Crestview trying to get a look they want. Going to Will Sheets this time. Out there with 2 fouls. His way to the basket. Will Sheets will score.
Down to 12, and I think Doug Geisler has found his set that he wants to go to going forward. The double post.
Speaking of the post, they go inside Whitney. That one's going to be no good. Offensive foul gathered in here by Steeman. Steeman is going to be held, it looks like.
Hayden Parrott's going to get whistled. The ball's going to go out to the perimeter right in the corner. Parrott digging on it. Now, this is going to be called from the underneath official who comes flying out. And Parrott gave him a look like, I'm not sure how you saw that, sir, because I didn't commit a foul. And I have a feeling that Hayden Parrott, if we went to court, Randy, he might win that case.
It's going to be his second foul. We want to tell you, premier sponsor for Crestview tonight is First Federal Bank in Van Wert, your community, your bank. Trying to bank one in on cue was Whitney. There's one that's going to be sent back to the top of the key. Whitney's going to get another chance, and he's going to be called for the offensive foul.
Watch the courage of Owen Heckler. First to fight, the giant block, the fly swatter. Ren Sheets, who wrecks it. We're going to get the feed inside to Whitney, and then boom, baby. Ouch, Owen Heckler, you've got some courage.
Big hit. Yeah, you could feel and see it. Right? You just saw how much that hurt, taking that contact right in the chest. But a big one and a chance to make this a 10-point game now.
Let's see if it's a seismic shift. If they can get a basket, Crestview could cut it to 10.
Heckler looking inside, couldn't find anything. Ren Sheets comes out to the wing. He's got the basketball. tries to feed his brother. This one's knocked out of bounds. Sends some members of the Spencerville band scurrying.
And one thing that Crestview is going to talk about at halftime is crisp post entry. If you lob it, this Spencerville team is so fast, they're going to come get a piece of that pass.
Crestview trying to find somewhere to go. They got to just lob this one into Will Sheets. Gets the kick out. Leeds is going to have it taken away. Here's sense of ball. Their feet are going to get tangled up, and we're going to get a foul.
Do you think you're going to see another spectacular sense of ball moment? No, you're going to get a forearm by Braxton Leith. And Randy, honestly, good foul because it's going to be a made runaway layup.
Second foul on Leith. Third foul of the quarter.
I love that. Owen Sensabaugh goes to the line, trying to convince the officials I was shooting. All right, no. This was demolition derby.
You were on your way, but you weren't there yet. Inbound's going to be taken away. So Spencerville ends up committing the turnover. So Crestview got exactly what they wanted. Now with 30 seconds to go before halftime, here's the Knights with the basketball.
And they're going to run a 1-4 extended line set. Here comes a high screen.
Hafner's got the basketball with that left-hand dribble, now telling Ren Sheets to back up. Now he'll use that screen, comes around. It's the kick out, and they'll get the Max Heating and Cooling three-pointer, and now a turnover.
Absolutely tremendous execution on that last second set. The high screen, the kick out to Heckler, who tells everybody, I'm a heckler. I can bury it from three.
Yeah, Hefner forced the travel, so here is Sheets. Going to get a shot. He can with under a second left. And what a way to end the half for the Crestview Knights.
Great screen by Will Sheets on the exchange inside. And then the little baby hook over top of Whitney. And just when you thought Crestview was left for dead,
right,
they come swinging back.
Crestview thought they were going to have at least a 12-point lead at the break, but it is 27-20 at the half. We'll take a timeout. Have the second half for you next. Halftime here from Spencerville, 27-20. Bearcats lead the visiting Crestview Knights at the break. Randy Roberts, Miles Holiday with you, and partner, 7-point lead for Crestview. Spencerville, but could have been a lot more there. But the late run that the Knights were able to do there, then the half.
The big three by Heckler, then the easy deuce inside by Ren Sheets, and all of a sudden it's a 5-point game. You got to wonder how much shock and awe was in the face at halftime of Spencerville. They better get reestablished real quick, or else this is going to be a Crestview game where they're going to talk about for years.
So it looks like Spencerville will open with the basketball. So they had it under 30 seconds to go. It looked like they were comfortable with a 12-point lead. End up turning it over. Crestview gets a bucket, and then the travel and a little bit of contact off an inbound. And Crestview able to cash in the final second. So a couple of late baskets has turned this into a very workable margin for Crestview to come back from. Good start for the second half. Spencerville had the shot they wanted. Will Sensabaugh from deep couldn't hit it.
Now back to the starting lineup for the Spencerville group. They were playing a lot of minutes with Trevor Whitney on the floor in that first half, trying to match that Twin Tower look that Crestview had with both the Sheets brothers on the floor. I thought that was the best lineup for Crestview. Allowed them to come back in this basketball game, but they went back to their starters. So it's matchup crazy time here in Spencerville.
Crestview had to inbound as the ball was thrown off a foot. Here's one knocked out of bounds off a missed shot. So Spencerville will get this one back.
It's been a big shot for Crestview, cutting it down to 5, but more importantly, getting Braxton Leith going. The really best look of the night for him, just kind of rimmed out.
Spencerville back on the attack. Here's Will Sensabaugh. Draws two blue jerseys around him.
Staying in the zone look that Crestview had some success with.
Now Orr pops out. Fake the dribble handoff. Now gives off this one to the wing for Steeman. Now they get Grady Smith. Had a couple big threes early. Here is Steeman from deep. That one's going to be no good. Oh, Ren Sheets with his third or fourth block of the night.
Oh, he better up fake many times against the Sheets brothers. They are shot blockers extraordinaire.
And they haven't been just the casual, usual blocks either. These have been man-sized blocks.
Yeah, if you're on the schoolyard, you're talking mad junk after those.
It's Crestview trying to cut into that lead again. It's the dribble drive and the kick out. Oh, Hefner gets the screen. Hefner spins. Is rid of this one. Back out for Leaf. Leaf will give it off. Here's Parrott. Parrott's going to back up, reset the offense.
It kind of feels like in a hockey game when both teams got their checking line in right now, doesn't it? This game is a grind right now.
Hefner still has his dribble, gets a screen. Hefner trying to go one-on-one into that defense, able to spin around, lost the handle, but we'll get a whistle and a foul.
Owen Sensabaugh is going to say that he tied this ball up. Really good spin dribble or spin move back to his right hand by Tommy Hefner, and he saw a little bit of the wrist contacted, and good job by the officials moving to see that call.
Saw that thanks to our Vantage Career Center replay, as the officials will deem that Hefner in the act of shooting, so he's going to go to Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken free throw line, where he knocks down the first one.
He's been very active since we said if they're going to come back, Hefner's got to be involved.
Now he's going to hit both free throws. So that gives him 6 points tonight, makes it 27-22 on our Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken scoreboard.
A nice extension out front. It's not a passive 2-3. They are going to go out and harass you on the perimeter. Why? Because Spencerville is so good at shooting beyond the arc.
Sensabaugh and Sensabaugh up on top of this one offensively for the Bearcats. Now Orr's going to pop out, wanted to set a screen. Pass to him is going to be knocked away. Ren Sheets is going to lead the break. It's a 4-on-3, and the open lane ends up with a basket from Hefner.
Now, how about Ren Sheets? Lead the break. Big fella dishing it out.
Crestview trailed by double digits. Inside the final minute of the half has now got this down to 3. Steeman gets rid of the basketball. Comes up top of the key. Will Sensabaugh. Steeman's going to give into the corner for Owen. Owen has that jab step.
The ball is just really stagnant against this 2-3.
Now Orr gets free on the baseline, and a good pass, he'll score.
A great job by Grady Smith catching it first at the free throw line, but squaring up and finding the big fella, Carter Orr.
Big basket there. Spencerville been stuck at 27 for a while. Now 29-24. Here's Sheets spinning, working, goes up with the left hand. Orr's going to get the rebound. Out for Will Sensabaugh. Will comes around to the right side now, a little contact, and foul's going to be whistled here against Leaf.
Yeah, they'll let you get the one hand, but Braxton Leaf, you got two hands on it, really guiding the dribble. Officials are going to say, no, we got to call that one.
The way Miles moves everyone out of the way when we're make stops and told there's free food somewhere.
Hey, is there a hospitality room here?
Get out of my way, kid.
You said there's cold pizza somewhere? I'm going.
The way he treats Peyton every night. Ooh. Orr with a move inside, and we'll get a whistle and a foul.
Oh, I love Carter Orr because he's going to challenge, right? I'm going to go one dribble, fake back, and then I'm going to go yet at the young Sheets. Mr. Williams, sir, I'm going to bring the power.
It's going to be the third foul on Will. Carter Orr will go to the Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken free throw line where he knocks down the first free throw. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken in Lima, Wapak, Devils, and St. Mary's. Call Lee's for all of your catering needs. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, where home style happens here. So he gets both free throws, gives him 7 on the night, which is also the lead currently for the Bearcats. Will Sensabaugh nearly had himself a steal there, as Parrott on the elbow is going to draw the foul.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Crestview recognizes the fact that Grady Smith is on Will Sheets. But once they do, they're going to really try to get it to that low post because that is a lot of size inside that is going to be given up. And then Crestview can take advantage of it.
Crestview's got to go in the backcourt to get the inbound. Across the timeline again here under the halfway mark of this third quarter. A little double pump, a spin inside, and the score for Sheets.
It was like a funnel cloud, wasn't he? The way he was spinning so quick. A little F5 touchdown for 2.
Some people in white and black rolling their hands in some sort of weird motion. And how about the Matt's Heating and Cooling 3 on the other end?
Now Owen having himself a big night, and it's a good thing. Answers the nice little layup inside on the other end by Crestview and Ren Sheets.
He's got 12. Now the offensive foul is going to wave off this three-pointer.
Yeah, somebody better call U-Haul because we got a mover right there. Moving screen coming up. Diving right into the low block. Will Sheets going to pick it up, and bad news for Crestview. That's his 4th one.
Yeah, he's going to sit down here. 3:07 and counting in our third quarter. And tonight's premier sponsor for the Crestview Knights is First Federal Bank in Van Wert. Your community, your bank. So look inside. That one's going to be no good. Now Crestview comes up with it. Nearly poked away. Those fast hands of Spencerville coming after everyone. And now the big Matt's Heating and Cooling three-pointer from Heckler.
Heckler had the big one right before half. Delivers in rhythm, release, rotation, and splash. Huge bucket for Crestview.
Is your home in the energy efficient zone? Call Matt's Heating and Cooling or go to callmattsheating.com to schedule your free estimate. Here's a ball out of bounds, and Crestview will get it back.
It's been a really good response as you get a shot of the black pack right there.
No nervous faces yet.
Good answered by both teams as each one has made a push here in the third quarter.
34-29 nearing the 2-minute mark. Ren Sheets had 3 white jerseys circled. Now sends the ball. Gets the block. He started the run out. He didn't realize a teammate didn't have it. Now he's left open as they go Sensaball to Sensaball. And it is Owen that finishes with a layup.
I had the block. Owen released up the court because he's going to get a pass, but it was caught. And he just had to do his wait out, man. He could have pitched a tent. Let's have a camp out.
Spencerville okay, going 5-on-4 without him on the defensive end to get the stop. Crestview gets the ball back, working the perimeter. Good screen there as Hefner gets rid of this one. Back inside to him. That one's going to be blocked away.
I tried to get a little too protective. Tommy Hefner, I think that he'd just gone strong, Randy, and protected the basketball. He would have got himself to the free throw line, but he tried to be a little too cute and allowed Will Sensible to get a piece of it.
Spencerville's going to take a Metzger Financial Services timeout, helping you plan your financial future. Call 419-225-6067 or visit MetzgerFinancialServices.com. With this timeout, we'll step aside as well here on WOSN. So 36-29, Spencerville in front of Crestview here with a minute and a half left to go, third quarter. We knew it wasn't going to be the runaway that we started here the first couple of minutes of the ball game. Now Crestview with some foul trouble.
Yeah, Will Sheets picking up that 4th foul.
Yeah.
You wonder how this Crestview team's going to battle back from here because they did so much work. And we're going to get another screen moving by Aline Putnam that time.
So the second moving screen whistled against Crestview. That's actually going to be on Parrott, and that's going to be his 3rd. So you've got Will Sheets with 4 fouls. Parrott now just picked up his 3rd.
Some foul trouble is going to be tough to navigate for Doug Etzler moving forward, but more importantly, trying to figure out this 7-point deficit.
Will Sensible will find Orr with a good bounce pass underneath as Grady Smith gets his first 2-point basket of the night.
Oh boy, picture perfect, isn't it? And how to dissect a 2-3 zone. Executed flawlessly by Spencerville.
A lead now back up to 9. Biggest it's been in a while. Good inside out. And the Matt's Heating and Cooling 3, a big one for Parrott.
Now Hayden Parrott says, look, I might wear number 0, but my favorite is number 3. And I'll just bury it to prove it.
Crestview then will take a Metzger Financial Services timeout, so we'll step aside as well. 49.9 to play in the third. and we'll be back here on WOSN. Well, 38-32, Spencerville in front here, 49.9 to play in our third quarter. Crestview trying to get set defensively. The Bearcats, one of the rare times they'll take their time bringing this one into the front court.
Now they'll run as much time as possible with Crestview sitting in that 2-3. They could take it all the way down inside of 10 and settle for the last shot of this quarter.
Orr pops out to the free throw line. You saw Ren Sheets follow him. All right, comes up top of the keys, trying to set a screen. Go opposite way. As Owen and Will Sensabaugh up top handle the basketball.
And we saw Owen take a peek at the clock, which is running down into 6 now.
In the quarter by hitting the Big Mets heating and cooling three-pointer.
Oh, somebody call Owen's mom and let him know he is a bad, bad dude. Through the legs, beating the buzzer, buries it.
41-32, fourth quarter coming up for you next. 41-32, Spencerville out in front of Crestview as we head to our fourth and final quarter. And partner, how about this final possession of the third for the Bearcats?
If you're a coach, you say, I just want to get a good quality shot. They're going to set a screen up here by Carter Orr and then let Owen do what Owen does. Every baller in the world wants this moment, right? He is just going to go through the legs, get in rhythm, step, and say, I'm going to bury it in your eyeball, and then look at the people in the crowd and say, how you doing? Owen Sensabaugh having himself a night.
And our instant replays tonight brought to you by Vantage Career Center. Where will your future take you? Get the edge at Vantage Career Center. Visit VantageCareerCenter.com for more information.
Boy, Owen Sensabaugh, just nothing but phonetic energy up front.
Hefner trying to get to the basket. How about the follow-up above the rim for Sheets?
Yeah, a little dunkalicious on the way down. Run Sheets.
The Crestview student section trying to get it pumped up. They enjoyed it. Run Sheets has got 12, but his team trails 41-34, opening 30 seconds of the final quarter. Sensabaugh to the wing. Gets this one back as Will find Grady Smith, and he is going to bury another Matt's Heating and Cooling three-pointer.
Yeah, Grady kind of sat around and looked and said, I guess I will. Loved the extension. Rising fire, young man.
Is your home in the energy efficient zone? Call Matt's Heating and Cooling or go to callmattsheating.com to schedule your free estimate. 10-point lead now for the Bearcats, under 7 to play. Sheets wanted the lob. This one's knocked away. About the spin-a-rooney to come away with a basketball now. All sorts of contact down in the corner here as we'll get a whistle in the stoppage.
Ren Sheets back taps it to get it free, and it's a mad scramble. Yeah, both players laying on the ground, trying to come up with a Heckler and Sensabaugh. Nice little sportsmanship by Ren Sheets going up and helping Sensabaugh up.
Foul's going to be on Heckler. That's going to be his first of the quarter whistle against Crestview.
Now 1-3-1 now employed by Crestview, looking to trap.
Problem is, you get two of the better ball handlers in the Northwest Conference out in front. Long pass for the corner. Another three on the way. That one's going to be no good as Leith will get the miss. Finds an outlet for Parrott. Parrott's going to give it to Ren Sheets. Here Sheets lost the dribble again. It's twice now in this fourth quarter. Just lost the handle. Parrott, little crossover move. Bounce goes to Leith. Leith from the elbow. Well off the mark on the 15-footer.
Now Crestview now snacking on some big-time danger, down 10, under 6. There's only so many times that you can extend energy to cut a lead down and not come up with a lead. It wears on you mentally.
Orr pops up to the free throw line to help out Spencerville against this zone defense Crestview's applying. Owen Will Sensabaugh coming up on top. Looking for Smith in the corner as Orr was fronted, had the ball knocked away, but he's able to get it back, and now he's going to be called for the double dribble.
Carter Orr had Grady Smith in the corner. Smith is the one that runs the baseline according to where the ball is at. All he had to do is dump it to his teammate, and they would have kept possession. Well, Crestview got what they wanted, got the turnover out of it.
Down to 5.5 minutes left to play. Heckler sends this one around. Parrott trying to find Ren Sheets. Back to Parrott. Parrott with that ball fake. When to step through to the free throw line. Turns his direction. Now we'll get a whistle. This one coming on the dribble drive.
Yeah, going to get the forearm on the dribble drive. They got on that top side hip. You got to play underneath the dribble drive. Now Smith, who's had himself a heck of a game offensively, picks up the foul there.
Here's Ren Sheets off the inbound. They just had to lob it to him to get it in. Sheets and Orr now going at it on the low block. That is a man-sized battle. Orr's going to step out to defend. Sheets again. This time nearly fell down on the contact. Ball was knocked away on the backside. A little slow to get up is Will Sensabaugh.
Watch the anticipation right there of Will Sensabaugh to get it free, and then the quickness on the speed dribble. He's going to get a foul called on Hayden Parrott.
Yeah, it's going to be his fourth.
Now, Parrott's had two like that tonight, that just kind of wrong place, wrong time moment.
Yeah. So I'll take a moment to mop up some of the perspiration that hit the deck. Spencerville back in front with the basketball here, 4:40 to play. Sensabaugh's pass, that one's knocked away as Leith gets all the way to the basket and gets the reverse layup.
It's been a tough night offensively for Braxton Leith, but still working hard on the defensive end. Gets a steal and a finish coast to coast.
That's his first basket of the night. Cuts that lead to 8.
You got to like a guy that is still working hard like Braxton Leith. Struggled offensively here tonight, but still working hard on the defensive end.
Well, Will Sensabaugh looks at the official running through his screen. He's complaining that Hefner, grabbing a hold of him. Spencerville had to get a little creative to get out of some trouble. Oh, and then double team. Smith in the corner is going to turn down the three. Wanted that entry pass on the high post, and we'll get a late whistle.
Yeah, the angle was bad by Smith. And Coach Sensabaugh wanted him to keep dribbling it higher to improve that angle on the post entry. A little bit of a side-to-side pass allowed Sheets to poke it free.
So that's going to be the second on Ren Sheets, and now trying to find a mop on the other end of the floor to keep from someone running all the way across court. So we'll take a moment here.
Do you think these young guys that are going out mopping, you think they're paid? What do you
Well,
think? By the hour?
In experience. And hey, you want to be a part of this program when you're older, you got to pay your dues as a kid, right?
You put that on your resume when you're trying out for the team. Coach, you remember me? I used to mop the floor for you.
Hey, timeout on the floor here, 3:53 to go. It is a Metzger Financial Services timeout, helping you plan your financial future. Call 419-225-6067 or visit MetzgerFinancialServices.com. Well, 44-36 Spencerville here. By the way, they're going to have 7 more like this after tonight in the Northwest Conference.
Northwest Conference is fantastic. You and I saw LCC earlier in the year. They are going to be something to contend with. I was really impressed with how well their young guards played early in the season. 2 freshmen played real well. Of course, Jordan Pretty, that guy can fill it up in a big way. NWC is going to be really good.
Spencerville, 2-time defending conference champions, have gone unbeaten in league play. When we were here a week ago, we talked about their battles. Team that made it to the district final before falling in overtime to Ottawa Glandorf. How about the spin on the baseline and the pass and the finish for Owen Sensabaugh?
Yeah, great cut by Sensabaugh. Made it look like he was going to go out beyond the 3-point line, then backdoor cut for the easy 2. And how about that big-time block by Carter Orr, the Iron Man.
Take a look at it here thanks to our Vantage Career Center replay. Just hanging on the hip of Parrott.
You think he said to Parrott, here comes a block, here comes a block.
So Gavin Schwartz will sit down for seeing a couple of minutes of action. Trying to find Sheets. Wren double team, gets the kick out. Ball nearly mishandled by Parrott. Parrott back to Wren, working the baseline. And inside, tough angle, couldn't get it to go. As Owen Sensabaugh has the miss.
Well, if they just had a consistent three-point shooter, Crestview could put him behind the arc and just wait for that pass back from Wren Sheets. Because there's going to be a lot of space. Everybody's going to double team Wren Sheets.
But Will Sensabaugh, the sophomore, doing what he can with the basketball here. He's been pretty cool and collected running this floor. Down under 3 minutes to play and a 10-point lead for the Bearcats.
Yeah, Crestview's in that spot where they're going to have to start gambling or fouling. Down 10. Can't let that clock continue to tick away.
Sensabaugh gets that outlet. Orr is going to turn down the look from the baseline. That's going to allow Spencerville to run a little bit more time off the clock. As officials are going to say this was last touched inadvertently by Heckler.
A nice job earlier in that possession, Randy, by Jude Steeman, who, a young fella, you think when he got that shot behind the arc, he was going to take it. Looked like he was going to for a second and realized, no, we want to keep working some clock.
One more spot to clean up here before we inbound.
Here comes some more of that child labor here in Spencerville.
They call them managers.
Is that what they're called? We're going to see one of our favorite things tomorrow night when we get to go to Wayne Trace, the little guy that dribbles the basketball in the Raider outfit.
Yep.
That guy's awesome. I absolutely love how these communities get young guys involved in their basketball programs to help out. What a special thing.
Spencerville does turn the basketball over, so Crestview gets it. Down 10 here, 2:20 and counting to go. Trying to drive all the way to the basket. And the move there from Hefner. Foul's going to go, I believe, on Owen Sensabaugh. That's going to be his second.
Yeah, I think it is Owen. He had the most surprised look. You know, that's the reaction nowadays by kids, right? You have to have that surprise, I can't believe I fouled look.
So they're going to count the basket for Hefner. The least famous recipe chicken free throw is no good. Rebound was knocked out of bounds, but looks like we're going to have a whistle and a foul on the rebound, and now all sorts of confusion, and Crestview wants to take a timeout.
Yeah, I think the call is it went off of Crestview out of bounds on the rebound. It's going to stay with Spencerville.
2:17 to play. Another Metzger Financial Services timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well here on WOSN. 46-38, Spencerville out in front of Crestview. And tonight's premier sponsor for the Crestview Knights is First Federal Bank in Van Wert. Your community, your bank. Well, that's not the final seconds running down there. We go 2:17 left to go. What's turned out to be a good one. We thought we'd have a pretty good one tonight. Miles mentioned it. We're going to be in Wayne Trace.
Wayne Trace tomorrow.
See, I don't even need the game to confuse me.
We had Van Wert last week.
Van Wert, Wayne Trace. Now Wayne Trace and Crestview. So back-to-back nights with the Knights. Saw the full schedule of events on social media. WOSN, as here's the ball out of bounds. We take a look at the Vantage Career Center replay.
Kevin Sensabaugh, head coach of Spencerville. You're going to see his reaction in the middle of the screen. He can't believe the call. I thought it was either a foul or off of Crestview. He is fit to be tied. Can't believe this ball is in Crestview's hands.
Yeah, we saw Putman who took some of that contact, now holding his elbow on his way to the bench. He's trying to get the layup high off the window. Hefner, that one's going to be no good. And now a hold here is the foul on Will Sensabaugh.
Will Sensabaugh, one of those guys at the end of the game. You know, some guys want to give up the pass because they don't want the ball in their hands. Not Will. He loves the ball in his hands because he knows he's going to get fouled. And where's he going? To the free throw line.
So that's the fifth team foul on Crestview. So here is Will Sensabaugh, who's been held well under his average of just 2 points so far tonight. But he's going to get a couple of least famous recipe chicken free throws.
A nice piece of officiating over there, trying to explain to Kevin Sensabaugh, head coach of the Bearcats. why I didn't make that call you wanted earlier.
As Will knocks down his first free throw. Well, if you were to tell Crestview under 2 minutes to play, Will Sensabaugh is going to have 3 points, probably take that.
Yeah, don't be surprised, though, if he winds up in double digits, living right here for the last 2 minutes.
As cashes in his first 2, pushes that lead back to 10. So Crestview had that run, a 12-point lead down to 7 inside the final about 30 seconds of the opening half. So get the kick out and three-pointer. That one's going to be no good. Rebound was lost on the floor. Sensabaugh wanted to throw that off a Crestview body on his way out of play. Now a tie-up. Arrow's going to favor the Bearcats.
How about Jude Stamen trying to call the timeout on that tie-up, but he let go of the ball to do it. Yeah, one of those young guy moments. They'll talk tomorrow. Like, you can call timeout, but make sure you hold on to the basketball.
And like that, the freshman gets the enthusiastic high five from the coach.
Yeah, don't let this guy catch it on the move, huh? He is a blur. He's quicker than a hiccup.
Yeah, Will Sensabaugh with about 3 strides was able to come into the front court. Now Owen fouled again here with 1:22 to go.
I think he got him backwards. That's Will that's fouled.
Yeah, you were correct.
Owen.
That is correct.
Just do what I do, Sensabaugh. You can't go wrong.
That's what I've been trying to do tonight. So Will Sensabaugh heads back to the line. His first least famous recipe chicken free throw will be off the mark. He'll get one more here. You see the offense for defense coming in for Crestview with 1:22 to play. Second toss will be good. (49-38) now. Step back for Parrott. He will bury the Matt's Heating and Cooling three-pointers. Your home in the energy efficient zone. Call Matt's Heating and Cooling or go to callmattsheating.com to schedule your free estimate. So Parrott, his second 3, as we'll get ourselves another Metzger Financial Services timeout on the floor. 49-41. We'll take a break here in WOSN. Minute 12 now left to play. 49-41 following the three-pointer as Crestview trying to get Spencerville to the free throw line. Sensabaugh with it. Double team. A lot of reaching in. Finally, a foul comes here just under a minute to go. As Ren Sheets will commit the foul. That's going to be his 3rd. And once again, Will Sensabaugh will head to the least famous recipe chicken free throw line. First attempt is good for the 5'11 sophomore, who's now up to 6 points on the night. He'll hit the second one as well. So under a minute left to play. Spencerville tries to open up Northwest Conference play with another win. Here's a three-pointer. It's no good. Will Sensabaugh gets the rebound. He's going to dribble around and fouled again here. Timeout coming first. So a Metzger Financial Services timeout taken by Spencerville as we take a look at the Vantage Career Center replay. Will Sensabaugh trying to dribble out of traffic here. Timeout on the floor. It looks like a full timeout. A Metzger Financial Services timeout. So let's take another break here in WOSN. 51-41. Spencerville out in front of Crestview here. The final few moments of this one as Crestview trying to extend this game as far as they can. Timeout came before the foul, so Spencerville will have to inbound here with 43.2 to play. Grady Miller will do the inbounding. Miller is going to find Owen Sensabaugh. Back to Miller, to Will, and Will comes into the front court, and a foul finally comes here with 33.9 to play. So Will Sensabaugh will have a couple more of opportunities from the Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken free throw line. The first toss off the mark. Now second toss coming here for Will Sensabaugh. And that one will rattle around and drop in. So Will up to 8, so he won't get to his average of 19. Here's the drive, that one high off the window. No good. Hefner wanted the fouls, not going to get it. But one is going to be called here. 23 seconds to go as we'll walk to the other end to get a couple more free throws. Spencerville looks like they're going to hang on to win this one, improve to 4-0. Start 1-0 in the Northwest Conference. Crestview will fall to 2-3. And 0-1 as Carter Orr, who has 7 points tonight, will now get a couple of opportunities. The Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken free throw line, his first one, nothing but net. Now, one more toss coming here. That one will fall through for the 6'4 senior. 20 seconds left to play. 54-41, pull-up jumper from the free throw line. Good look. Nice bucket there for Tommy Hefner. Hefner is 12. We'll see what Crestview will do. It looks like they're going to call off the dogs. So Spencerville have to bring it into the front court. The officials will let the final seconds run off. And our final tonight here in Spencerville, we'll see the Bearcats defend their Northwest Conference crown with a 54-43 win over the Crestview Knights. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll head down to the floor where Miles Holliday is going to catch up with our Stolly Insurance Hustle Award winner when we return. 54-43, Spencerville gets the win over Crestview. Big night tonight as the Bearcats, the two-time defending Northwest Conference champions, open up with a big win at home. Speaking of big, about the big play, the junior Owen Sensabaugh. He is our Stolly Insurance Hustle Award winner. He's down the floor with our Miles Holliday.
Owen, opener into NWC. How important was it to get the win here tonight?
It was all that mattered to me this whole week. That's all I've been thinking about, just getting the first win out of the way.
You guys had a tough matchup. Brent Sheets, everybody knows, reigning player of the year. What was the game plan to limit him? You guys held him to 12 points.
It was literally all focused on him because we knew going into the game that he was going to score all their points, and we did exactly what we needed to do to stop him.
Yeah, you did a nice job. You're real patient early in this basketball game. Didn't force your offense. You got a lot of transition baskets. And then the big three right here before the end of the third quarter. Walk us through that moment. How sweet was that?
Oh, that was awesome because my shot has been feeling terrible all day. It felt terrible. And then when I let that one go, knew it was in. That was
How big was it for you guys? You got a lot of contributions early from some younger players that stepped forward.
Huge. That was huge. That was so important because, I mean, we had no idea that they were going to come out and triangle and 2 us. They didn't even guard those two dudes. So for them to step up and make shots, that's exactly what we needed.
Yeah, fantastic win. Half-court shot. Right, go here. You going to make it? You said your shot hasn't been feeling good.
I'm going to go one-handed here.
Right, one-handed. Your brother did this last week. Can he do it one-handed? Close. Wow. Almost took out the band. Congratulations on the win. Thanks. Randy, he was absolutely fantastic tonight. What a hardwood hero.
Yeah, almost a little too much on the end there as he cleared the backboard. So 54-43 the final. Spencerville gets the win again. They're going to 4-0. Open Northwest Conference play with a win. 2 players end up at double figures tonight. For the Bearcats, Owen Sensabaugh led them with a 19. Grady Smith, thanks to 3 3-pointers, ended up with 12. 2 players also in double figures for Crestview. Falls to 2 and 3. Both Ren Sheets and Tommy Hefner lead the way with 12 points apiece. That's going to wrap up our night here from Spencerville. I want to thank everyone for making our night possible. Starts with our Director Ken Reeker gets everything set up for us, has everything going. I want to thank Peyton for running the camera tonight. Of course, Kelly Williams and her staff here at Spencerville. And of course, Kelly and Nick back at our WOSN studios in Lima. So 54-43 the final. Spencerville gets the win over Crestview to start Northwest Conference play. For my partner, Miles Holliday, and our entire WOSN crew, I'm Randy Roberts. Thanks for watching, everyone.